Okay, here we are beginning again. Our point is to talk about this Akashic records, no? And Akashic means the subtlest element, which is the ether, on which canvas all the play is happening. Materialistically, we go, the subtlest element is ether, and then it's producing air, fire, water, and earth, coming out of this, the Sankhya point of view. And each one it goes, another is imbibed. Like if air is born out of ether, so air means air and ether. If fire is coming, then in fire, air, ether, and fire. In water, air, ether, fire, all three included. In earth, all four elements. So each one, like ether is kind of a womb, which is expanding itself and keep on also parading into that, like in subtle formation. The subtlest is Akasha, we know. So whatever we do, it can keep a record in Akasha. So suppose we start universal and we make a boundary line, maybe this solar system, one. So this whole solar system will have an Akashic record. When it was born, millions of years ago, how the planets are done, how life is evolving. And then with all this collective then coming to individuality in this, on this code, this person, what it has in relation to that. No? So this is one way to access it individually, going through that in the process of enlightenment or samadhi. Now, practically what we encounter, practically is somebody sitting, say, I am channeling. No, suppose I am working on Gita, Ramcharitmanas, or any other Swami Lakshman Jew traditions. Let's see practically. Practically, you see all Akashic records there. So if we bind one upon another, there's a history of your family also. So this one family history will also have an Akashic record, no? It's indexing in the library. So this way, if you are channeling, say I am channeling and getting something from Akashic record. So a file which you are opening is only in your lineage. If you are channeling your spirit of mother, father, grandfather in this way you are going, then your information is limited. Akashic records doesn't mean it's true or false. Like you are going, I'm accessing to my computer and reading some. It's true in a sense that it is a fact that this file is in my computer. But what is written in the file is true or false is a story. It's true and truth and veracity doesn't depend on Akashic records. Akashic records neutrally recording everything. And it can be indexed to my lineage. What happens in this way, we found that if we create a lineage, a sect in a proper way, like one guru transferring its knowledge to another guru. So one guru writes one book, another his disciple writing 4 books. Then this disciple is transferring connection to another one. So a lineage is formed like Kashmiri Shaivism, a lineage coming. So if you are initiated into the process, you access the Akashic records of this lineage. All the informations there, true or false, is a different matter. But you access all the informations provided. And that's we call channeling. Connecting to the intelligence, to the soul, wherever you can connect. Now connection is also on Bakri level. Connection is also on Madhyama level. Connection is also with Pashanti level. And connection is also with Para level. what you are accessing, like global Google, collecting information from all the places. If we enter into it, AI, we just ask true or false is not the point. Point is what is stored in this. AI can provide information processing and providing it. It is accessing its own Akashic record. This computer accessing is, it will say, oh, I have a vast reservoir of knowledge, one AI agent. AI agent can say, oh, I can access Akashic records. I have vast knowledge. This is just a plug-in connection to that information set. So remembering, yes, please.
Maybe you can ask now AI, does it have connection to Akashic record?
No, it will not be. If you want to have a fun, why not? Let's see, yeah? Question is proper. What kind of Akashic records you can access as an AI? Imagine yourself as a developing colonies of AI agents who are learning from the past memories. I'm giving analogy, you can see. Let's see what it brings to us. Yeah, this was my question. It understood properly. I can access really in AI. Exactly, we can put with the AI, we can put ourselves. So what kind of Akashic records can I access? I do not access cosmic memory, past lives, hidden metaphysical records, personal ancestral data, events beyond documented human knowledge. This is what we can also access in Akashic records. In simple term, I do not read the Akashic records. I read humanity's written memory. For AI, humanity's written memories are Akashic records. In the level of evolution, matter transforming to spirit. Here, the last we are sitting on this transformation. So for this will be Akashic records. For our will be all history. All the past behind us is our Akashic records. Even it is not documented by any human, it is documented by the history of interaction with elements and energy patterns. Conceptual comparison can easily, the cosmic subtle field is digital symbolic field. Same. Stores intentions and karma, stores language and patterns. Access by consciousness, access by computation. This is beyond time, it is time stamped data. Moral and spiritual, it is descriptive. Yeah, collective intellectual memory, we accessed already. Philosophies of life and death, religious myth and rituals, ethical database across centuries, scientific morals of reality.
The Akashic records, it's only contains the memory, the past, or it also contains the future? Some kind
No,
of
past.
prediction.
Prediction
Predictions.
is, Pavel, you are asking strange questions. It's a mystical point of view. Predictions also comes as an akashic, no, like same like radio, no.
Mhm.
So we have in our history and mythology, like when Krishna was about to be born, so the Kans taking his sister and brother-in-law, and at that time he heard a Akashwani. We said not Akashic records, Akashwani. So the future is like Akashwani, a voice which is giving a message. And the message was direct to him that to whom you are carrying your sister's son will be a cause of your death. And then after he tried his best to convert this future destiny, and he could not succeed. There was also a time when in our Ramcharitmanas that when Sita was about to be married, all people came to show, and there was a bow which someone will pick up. And with that, Sita will be married. So nobody can do it except Rama, and Ravana could also do it. So when he tried, there come another voice in his mind, and that was false, I think. That your Lanka is burning. And he did not do this attempt, rather he went to. So we are seeing two ways, this Akashvani. One is a truthful, another is also deceiving. In order to make the original drama come true, Rama has to marry Sita. If Ravana come to interfere, there come a voice and it changes his course of mind and action.
So, is it any kind of truth or fail records? I mean,
To be honestly speaking, with my experience, I listen. I can, like something which happened, it comes in a word. No, you can hear. Like the way spirits communicate to you. I told you that one pattern to me in which I get guidance in my dream, where things are written in words, the commands. And I access, I see them, and then I follow. And this is a kind of a guidance, no? My future guidance. Like I have a question what to do in future. Then the guidance comes in dream, like you can see, this is dream. While you are doing your japa, mantra, you are meditating. And after that, it transforms in the night in a kind of a message over the dream on the concept I'm meditating. So sometimes it's written, and sometimes it's spoken, exactly like radio speaks. Like I cannot speak so mystical things, I cannot share experiences. It's not good in that way to reveal the mystical structure. But yes, I get guidance directly in words, guiding towards my future, what to do, and also in a written form. So I take it differently. That written form message is coming from different channel, and spoken is coming from different channel. So I'm getting guidance through different channels because I had many gurus. I learned with Himalayan yoga tradition. So if something guidance coming, it comes in a different way. If I am also related to this Ganga traditions and this Himalayan traditions in another way, if mass is coming, that's coming in a different way. I am also connected to the lineage of temples, which keeps the secret, the final secrets of idol worship, which is a secret, not given to anyone except few chosen people. So they guide me differently. So I have guidance from many channels, and each one, that's what I say, that each one keeping, I also have guidance directly from Swami Lakshmanji, Kashmir Shaivism. So hence my initiation is from so many channels. I'm initiated. So that's how I'm getting guidance from so many gurus and channels in that way. And accessing that, so if I'm initiated by a guru and in a proper way, that means like Kashmir Shaivism, suppose I'm initiated into that, I don't need, I can access directly through that to the original source. It depending, I am joining it Vakhari, I go attend workshops, people teaching me, interacting in Vakhari. If I don't understand some slokas or something in a Vakhari mode from the students, from the teachers or scholars who are teaching me, then I have to go in a processing unit. There, I can be open to Akashic records of whole lineage of Kashmir Shaivism. And someone will come to guide me, answer me in this lineage. I can also go enter into the Pashyanti mode. That's what I was saying to Hasnan. I am trying my best for 20 years to enter into the Parashakti mode between two. There's a gate. Each time they throw me out. No, my body jugs. You can't enter here. You can't enter here. And for many years, 10, 12 years, 15 years, I'm trying. No entry, no entry, no entry. And then one night, I'm reading Swami Lakshmanji, his poetry. There will be jugs, there will be twists, there will be turn, you will be restless. Be persistent. Where there is no effort, bring your effort. And that gives me strength. And that night, after reading poetry, going to sleep, and in the night, I enter directly. So also a mystical experiences, you need to go in a proper way. Like accessing, if I want to access information through AI, I'm following a system using some AI agents, logging in there, going through that, then only I can access the information.
Is it any truth or false idea in this kind of lineage, or that there is no doubt? Is it truth or not?
See, if we are going in Bakery, a lot of discussions. Any scholar teaching you are countering the questions. You can discuss about it. So true, false here doesn't matter at all. It's conviction. No? It's your own convictions there on intellectual knowledge. You like this scholar, you agree to him, you listen to him or her, and you believe it's a true, and that you take it as a truth. But there is always counter logic. You can doubt it. However intelligent the professor is, you may doubt it. And you can think counterwise. That is Bakery. You can also go in the processing unit and you can see how, by which process this person is teaching you. In processing unit also, there is a lot of confusion. Not so much ideas like Bakeries, but there are. It can be confusing and you can take it as a truth. It's very, very risky. Whether it's he's guiding you towards the path, or you are just imagining and your mind is colliding with another mind in unconscious. So each mind which will collide with, like my mind collide with you in Madhyama, suppose I teach you something. Then after you contemplate and start to go into processing unit. And then in this processing unit, your mind can connect with my mind, or your mind can connect with Hasnain's mind. Or many people thinking on these processing questions, your mind can connect to that mind. So it's risky. Some people believe into that and start following it.
Okay, and I think you speak about connecting to the other mind. It's connecting to the other mind Akashic record, not to the physical mind, because
and Akashic records also you can connect. So if you are connecting to the Akashic record, suppose an archive of a lineage, you will find all kinds of thoughts there, but they will have a harmony. Like suppose you are accessing the Akashic records of a sect in Muslim, no? They are following a tradition. So all the gurus will have a certain coherence to that idea. So if you are accessing it, there will be no doubt. You will be getting more and more confidence into that lineage. And more convictions. Unless and until you enter into some other Akashic records. You cannot connect if you are not connected with the heart. This is not an AI field where just command is given and you can enter. The gate is guarded, and only the people who synchronize with the same harmony, with the same wavelength, can enter. If you want to enter, suppose, a Kashmiri Shaivism lineage, your heart must beat with love to all the gurus in this lineage. Then you can access it. That's why we cannot study another religions and cannot access. As a Hindu, I cannot access to Muslim Akashic records and their history. For that, I must be initiated by some person to that. And my heart must beat with him as oneness, and he allows me to access. So we always go through a person. That's why his Guru Parampara is so much appreciated, because individually it's very difficult to access any records. You will have only individual records. Shamanism, spirit channeling, their knowledge is limited to what their ancestor has taught. So each channel you will see, they are speaking a certain word which has a special meaning in their lineage.
And is it any other, what kind of methods of accessing these Akashic records? We describe meditation, we describe, I don't know, the speaking with guru. It's also, or is it, what kind of methods we can use to access the Akashic records?
Methods, no? Traditionally, we are using it. For sure, it's a deep meditation or samadhi. One way, for me, is the easiest way. Also, it works with prayer and devotion. This is the best way you can access, even you are not initiated into that. But with prayer and devotion, you can access. Or you can go in the trance or altered states, like if you are following no sects, only individual alone path, then you can access this through altered states of consciousness. And alone path means a lot of work. Also, dream states, which I get, dream states. Sometimes in my dream, I write so beautiful poetries in dream. And at the time, I fully remember everything. But when I wake up, I forgot because states change. And sound, mantra, and vibration also can be used. Like I used mantra to connect. I'm using mantra. For me, best works the mantra. And which worked in the first stage was prayer and devotion. Deep meditation or samadhi, yes, we can access to the records and we can end up into seeing many events from the past or in the future. So these are the basic methods where we can train people coming about 60. We can make them conscious of the dream states, how to consciously. We can also provide mantras, music, vibrational healings, different kinds of vibration to enter into that. We can also take them by hypnosis or guided meditation to trance and altered states of consciousness where they can access prayer, devotion, deep meditation. These are the things basically used to dying person and connecting it to a certain Akashic records. So that after the death, his mind remains hooked to that stream of knowledge only. He's dreaming into that records, in that memory.
And
which Tibetan people
yes.
are using mantras, vibration, and sound while person is dying. Symbols, rituals, symbols works the best. Symbols, rituals, mantras, vibration, sound, prayer, devotions, all can be used. Yes.
In my understanding, the connecting to the Akashic records is the first step. The next step is retrieving or getting some informations from this memory. And the next step is understanding this information. I mean, you get this knowledge, but there is no language, or it's usually in the language you understand. And then after you understand this message, you have to do some action based on this information. So it's because if you have access, but you cannot get any information, it's a false. Then if you get information, but you don't understand it, it's also the problem. And if you understand, but you cannot apply it, it's so it's.
Well, first thing is that you will not, this is not such a thing which is like just available just like this, with the ordinary mind. When you enter into that, you enter only in not access to vast knowledge, like that very records. You will access only in a line of index, which is your intention. Like I am reading a sloka in Gita, I don't understand. I don't have a guru. What to do? What to do? Then I will meditate on these shlokas with an intention to know the meaning of it. This intention of how much truthful I am to it, how 100% I want to know, or 20% I want, or 10% I want. If I want to know 10%, I will end up somewhere in Bakri. The memories simply going all through reels and somebody listening or some kinds of books and very good. If I have 100% intention, then I will go to the source. From whom, which time it was spoken. It is recorded. At what time, the first time it came out. So I will enter that. It all depending on your intentions of knowing the truth. How much? Because records are many places. I'm just giving an example of Gita. Now, this Gita, each lineage, each school interpreting in its own way. Same Gita I will access through the Kashmir Shaivism lineage, it will have that meaning. That words, I will not use Sri Krishna. I will use Parabhairava. I will use Parashakti. I will not use Radha there. Parashakti, she will become Parashakti. I will not use Sri Krishna, she will become Param Shiva. My words will change. If I am accessing through that Akashic records, the meaning of Gita. Then Swami Lakshmanji, whatever he is speaking, that will be spoken through me. Understand? Means Akashic records means libraries. They have index system. It's not in a haphazard way, particularly arranged. It's not a chaotic way.
Krishnaji, just one question. What about like grace? When people get like divine revelation through some Akashic record, but they didn't necessarily have the intention for it. It just happens to them. They just get knowledge from above that they weren't necessarily intentionally looking for.
I did not get the question properly.
Yeah, because Krishna, you're saying that the Akashic records are accessed by intention of the individual, so based off how pure or how intense intention is. But then in certain situations, we see prophets, they get divine revelation when they weren't really looking for it. It just happens, like act of God, like it just happens. Yeah.
So this is not an Akashic records. Maybe this like I go through the intention, and I suppose I am reading a book of Meher Baba. No, when I was reading it, his book, The God Speaks, very small, and at that time I was connected directly to him, and he was live. So whatever I was understanding through him. Not directly. His book, he has written. So when I was reading, he is alive. And then I told you that when I was reading with that time, I was sitting in daytime in meditation, and my third eye, like meditating on third eye, and it opened up. No? And then Meher Baba is coming and directly entered in my third eye. Proper figure. No, like body figure walking, and I could see, and this image becoming bigger and slowly coming and disappearing into my third eye. Exactly to this in meditation, no, there. After that, I saw a man knocking on the door and asking me tips of how to meditate and guidance. I am guiding him whatever he's asking. I asked him who. He said, I'm a disciple of Meher Baba. So that time, I don't remember what I said and what I guided, but whatever I said, it was through him. To him, I was just a channel, an excuse. This person needs guidance. He is remembering his guru. He is asking from his guru. Guru coming to me, then he person coming to me, and then guru giving him knowledge. I am just a medium. I don't need to know anything, because exactly what that person needs is his guru knows. At that time, whatever I should have spoken, I had spoken through the Akashic records of this lineage, from where he got the knowledge. Meher Baba, who give him the knowledge, transfer the link. Here, knowledge means transferring the link. No, you click on it, it takes to your web page. It's just link is provided. So Guru provides the link. Through this link, whenever you click, what knowledge? Click. And one click working, not separate links there. One link working with your intention, and it's taking you to the index system. In this way, Swadhyaya works. A sadhaka can read the text scriptures if his intention is pure and heart is pure, can read the scriptures directly with trust, love, and prayer. Slowly, you will be guided. Same Gita, if I channel Prabhupada and connecting to that, it's different. Suddenly it will change the whole perspective. Same Gita, I cannot channel anyone. Cannot channel anyone. Then I am on my own devotions, my own experiences. And sometimes somebody can appear. So we can ask help, support from the tradition we are born, from the language, guru lineage you are in. You can always ask support. If you don't understand something, prayer, meditation, guide me. And they come, not that all the time they are guiding you, just if somehow they put a link in your mind or brain or some psychic body somewhere. So whenever you remember, active. Just by remembrance. So you must have a question and you remember the link, and this link takes you to the Akashic records of answers. In informations, though it's an experience, but you are reading. It's not the knowledge. You are retrieving memories. It's not real knowledge. No, I can read this book, I can read that book, I can read this book, I can read that book. Same if I go to same yoga and prana and ida and pingla and apana, and I can go to the Bihari School of Yoga lineage, in which I was, everything will change. That's what happened in that Pratibhigya retreat. No, a clash happened. If you are into the Kashmir Shaivism, the expectation is you always be connected to that lineage and answer through that. Should not connect, because each tradition will have its special meaning. Now, Hatha Yoga concept, Patanjali Yoga concepts of mind, body, very different. Meditation, Ashtanga, and same concepts in Tantra, very different. So that's what, if your guru is from this tradition and you start to read Kashmir Shaivism, if you speak, suddenly you will be connected to your guru and start channeling informations which not be in accordance with Kashmir Shaivism on the same point. That's what happened. Asnen was surprised. You had a life experience, Hasnan.
Huh?
This
Yeah.
conflict when you were in Delhi.
Yeah.
This is not that knowledge was any knowledge was wrong or right, but the channel changed, and then person in Kashmir Shaivism, you said, "Oh, channel changing, link
Yeah.
clicked differently," and the text started to change the meaning immediately, and then interference came from a devotee of Swami Lakshmanju. He interfered that please do not change the link. We are here to listen Swami Lakshmanju, not Swami Satyananda Saraswati. So that was the conflict. So it's nothing that something is wrong and right, but when you are in a lineage, in a tradition, people expecting you to keep on with this link. If you bring a new link, surprised, only you can connect, they cannot connect. And so, you see, immediately conflict started. People started to act and react. You just clicked differently. And information suddenly was different. It changed. So she linked to her guru. And they wanted, no, please here on this throne you are sitting, please be connected to Swami Lakshmanju traditions and channel through that. And be in our order until you are taking the workshop or retreat. So Akashic records neither true nor false. They are just memories retrieval. Yes.
And finally, how the Akashic records is connected to the death and Amrita bija? Is it any recipe recorded for this Amrita, or Amrita is the memory recipe, or it's about the future recipe?
See, if we enter into the Akashic, it's a very complex questions I may not answer properly because experiences are very fleeting. No, I cannot be confident about it. But as far as experience, the truth I encountered in this meditation process, Amrit bija, that's why I came to know, because its soul is carrying this bija in its genetic code. So we see this is a tree. This, my body is a tree. Seed is somewhere else. This seed disappeared in the body. It's everywhere, same like I was talking today. Like scientists say, give me any piece of your body and we can make a fingerprint of your DNA, genetic codes, in any small point. No? But this is a material nature, the same code in your soul, same like this, it has also a code, is coming as a tree here, appearing as a DNA. And in every cells, same way that soul has a code and it's in your every part of the body. You can't say that this part no soul and this part soul. It's infused fully and completely into the essence of it. But we can't see that. Same way we can't see the seed in the tree. We see the tree. The same way we see our hands, things, eyes, nose, completely different. But if you search, that's a question of you. What I encountered was my past. I'm seeing the code, genetic code. So I don't know. There's time. That's why the thing. My knowledge is not so much complete. I cannot differentiate. I saw my past or my future. I'm not understand. No, there is no mind to comprehend any time details. But I'm seeing the process, the way a jiva is born, the way soul is born and entering into these Akashic records of the solar system. So I don't know, I saw my past also. future, I saw my present. Because in present also this code is there. In past it was also there. And in the future it will also be there. Same. What to say? I access a memory, but with experience, it was just not a memory, because it's a complete experience. Or maybe Akashic records are like this, that if you enter in the memory, you start living your memory. Like no difference. So it's all, I cannot say anything with confidence. But all I can say, yes, it's like this. And this is this much I can understand. What is beyond that, I don't know. I can only say, with all my experience, I can be helpful to the people to let them connect to Akashic records of anyone. If a person is dying, or if you are living a life, you have a choice. Which records you want to access, or you want to find your own. When your genesis begin, it must be recorded. Whenever we entered in this 5-element field, so the Akashic records, the records of the whole nature is playing already the 5 elements. And then human entering into that. From outside, we are entering into that. We are visitors. And then we are entering from outside. Like this is a field, human world, a solar system or a planet, and wherever you can make it a boundary, nakshatras, until the boundary. Wherever 5 elements are playing, it's all one world. We are entering beyond ether. We are not Akasha. We are beyond Akasha, entering into the Akasha, and that's where I can only remember when I entered into that. That's where the whole journey, our life begins. We enter, and then we are just a code, and we form the first code in psychic world. And then it starts to manifest from there. Connects with the body. Which body it will connect? It will infuse in this body to every cell. So we have 2 ways. One way is our psychological identity, my mother, father, my religion, my lineage, my country, my this, my that. It's a fact. But there is also fact in divine world. What our is, when we meditate in this world, we start to realize, and suddenly someday you see, oh, it's something different in the story. My real identity is something, my identity in this Pashyanti soul world is very different. It's just a minute, just a play of few words. 6, 7 words combining together, giving a form, becoming a code. And through that, energy infusing. And we have many lives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 150. Until you get the desire, I don't know how. What is liberation? What is liberation? I don't know. I only know this is my limited knowledge. This is it. I'm alive. I'm studying. I'm meditating. I'm exploring. God knows, can bestow this knowledge to me someday. And that's what I say. It's called Akashvani. I was exploring hard, trying my best, put everything in stake. I got this much knowledge, and I was very much anxious. No, this now the final truth. What is behind that? What is beyond this ether? And then word came. Little word, full sentence. Your knowledge is preserved. When the right time will come, we will give you. And I'm waiting for the right time. full, complete. You can't doubt this Akasha. This Akasha word. You cannot doubt it. So confirmed, so authentic, and so soothing. And you are relaxing with that, and with so confident and truthfully, I know when the right time will come, I will get my final knowledge. But it's beyond that. But I don't know when the right time will come. These words came to me in 2007, 8, something like this. Now 2026, almost 20 years passing. I'm waiting, following instructions, do this, do that, do this, do that. We say ignorance is the Mahaprasada of Param Shiva. Not knowing this knowledge is in my benefit, somehow, protecting me. Somehow, I don't know. Here we have to trust.
And at the end of the life, many old people losing the memory.
Yeah.
Losing.
Yeah, that's what I came to know. Look, I cannot do anything. I don't know what is beyond that. I only know the element from the world which beginning with 5 elements, how they are beginning. That's it. And how the human formation is come. And what is the soul code. There is truth beyond that. I tried. No permission. Very simple word came. Relax. When time come. When time will come, I don't know what maturity they are demanding from me. I believe I am at least 20 years mental age. No? At least I believe that my mental is more than teenagers. I'm not teenager. Like Osho's mental is teenager. No? He remained teenager forever. Didn't grow more than 19. 13, 14. I learned from him. I said, no, at least I will cross this teenage. No, I had to work hard to cross this teenager mind of the Osho and become a little matured. So I believe myself, I'm plus 20 in mental age. But how they perceive me, who have to transfer this knowledge, I don't know. They must be perceiving I am 5-year-old, cannot handle this knowledge.
Krishnaji, I guess when someone comes to death, say if they're not intentionally or looking for higher knowledge, is it best to just leave them as is, even though you think they're going to suffer afterwards or suffer in the process of death? Like, I guess the example is my dad, before he was passing away, he wouldn't, like, it was hard for him to do any religious practice. He would just watch like the news and watch like politics and go back to his old habits, like what he was comfortable with. And then sometimes in my heart I'd go, oh, maybe I should tell him to like do some like Muslim japa or something, you know, like pray or something. But then I was like, no, I feel like if I push too hard, I'll like break it somehow. Like, and I felt like that. Like, I'll just leave him as is. Like, I don't want to like interfere too much. Yeah. So in that situation, how would you act?
He will be living in his own world.
Yeah.
No, like same whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
Whatever he did, after he will be doing same. That's why we try to change in a way to make some acts which are blissful. So before death, you start to making acts. Whatever acts you repeat as a habit in your mind, you carry your mind. So in your dream, after this, you will be doing same. So if you start doing five times namaz before death, start reading Quran and things. So after death, you will be doing the same. Hindus do the same before death. You start to change the symbol, Tulsi, water, Gita, all holy things, sattvic things. So after that, you will be into the same state.
Is it better to like force someone to do something good? So like, was it like how much force? Like,
So it is
yeah.
by force you can't do anything here. Impossible. It's the people who are dying with desire, they have problem. A person who doesn't want to do, like a person who doesn't want to cross the road, you are trying to make him, and people who want to cross the road, they cannot do it. And a person who is opposing is impossible. But sometimes miracle may happen. That may happen just before the death. Like when person is on deathbed, then he starts to see. Whole life is rewinded, before a retrospect, and time will be squeezed. Wheels will be moving very fast, light speed, to contract into the codes. They will all go and enter into the code from where you begin your life to your source, carrying your whole. So in that way, I think people will do the same. So at the end, where Tibetan using Bardo, so when he's dying, suddenly somebody reading Quran or somebody reading Gita. So the last thought remains with the idea and image of God. If in the last thought you saw a trauma in memory, and so they will begin, you will be in trauma, and you will begin with the trauma. So that's why it's important at the end to yoke the person with the choice of Akashic records. So we are using the same scriptures, the same mantras, same tones, same symbols. So at the end, the symbols, mantra goes, and people live in that. First time when I was Amit Chinmayananda, one of his disciples, he gave me a small portion of Gita, few slokas written. So when I started reading, you see how personalization comes, no? How Akashic records change. So it was given to me, a disciple of Chinmayananda. He worked on whole life only on Gita, Bhagavad Gita, make it a saint. So when I keep this book, same symbol of Krishna, we don't care about the face, but we carry the symbols, collective symbols. So this peacock feather is the main symbol. It comes and we say, oh, it's archive of Sri Krishna. Symbol, that's the codes that opens up the Akashic records. Like if you go to the Quran, then the picture of Kaaba, that's a code, the collective symbol to enter into the Akashic records of whosoever ever have been preaching, practicing, singing Quran. But any Bible, Gita, anywhere it works the same way. Methodology is the same. That night, I entered in my dream world and I saw that the people in orange, it's a mountain, there are the pond, and 2 people, 3 people in orange clothes, washing clothes. And it was so blissful. Just to see that, the whole thing. Seeing that means that people were in a blissful state, doing the same ordinary act. So I entered through him into somebody else's record, a lineage of Chinmayananda, where people are dying and living, and in their memories. And even whatsoever they are doing after that. So I become a witness and get a glimpse. It was blissful. In other times, I also entered in some others, Madhyama and others, where it was not blissful. The idea is here, people want to remain in bliss, either alive or dead. This is the main idea. We want to remain in bliss, love, and ananda, and with the full pure knowledge. This is our innate desire, whether alive or dead. And we are trying our best. to live our life in blissful, in pure knowledge, whether we are alive, whether we are dreaming, or whether we are fast asleep and we are dead into the different planet. Or to me, moksha means, you know what? Just an inference. That with this code, you are bound in these 5 elements, no, to move around it. And the knowledge, if you get this knowledge from where we come, entered in these elements, that's knowledge we don't have. Having this knowledge will be moksha, I think. Like, we have an analogy. Every god has its own locus. They say after the death, you will enter into his loka with him. So that means when we die, we end up with our deities. They are the last impressions in our mind. So here we have a chance. We can change the symbols, we can change the mantras, we can change light, we can change vibration, we can use all the technology to conscious choice, same like conscious choice which country you want to go, which hotel you want to book, where how you want to spend your holiday there. Yes, Pavel?
Now I realize that yes, there is Akashic records, and a person can access to this record and get some knowledge. But then I find out this tantric view that you always connected with Akashic records, and the idea is just to recognize this connection. In any moment of the life, you are connected, and the idea is just to recognize this connection, and it can be, and you can do something for this, or you can do nothing for this, but you are connected because the memory, even the personal memory. I spoke with one psychologist, and because they think the modern psychology that everything is in the head, inside this brain, but memories and the thoughts, the ideas, they are not inside; they are outside, and so recognizing the connection is the. It's the tantric. For me, it's a tantra. It's not achieving the connection. It's just recognizing the connection in any moment.
Well, to me, I never tried consciously anything. No, like I'm accessing Akash. I'm just reading whatsoever coming in my mind. Now, it's a term we are exploring in a way, but I never thought about it, that I will explore. Yes, if I have a question, answer comes. And it comes from the same lineage, that book I am reading. Depending on which book I'm reading. Through that, whatsoever is there, I can channel.
Mm-hmm.
This recognition, look, in the beginning when I started to meditate, if anything, I was listening. Very long before, one time I was like in my teenage, no? I used to meditate. One time I listened some mantras, chanting. I also listened, but I refuted it because I was a very skeptical person, no? Approaching with an idea that should not understand truth as a false, no? It's a danger, risk. So unless I am 100% fully convinced and forced to, I don't accept any experiences. They started to come, I refuted them. I didn't pay attention to them. But some experiences after that, yes, and also like I'm meditating and suddenly I'm listening flute. Nobody's playing. It's such a bizarre way. Now I am retrieving a memory of flute, but I don't have listened this tune before. I'm listening the sitar and music. Nowhere. But I didn't believe into that. I refuted all. It was a very early experience when I really knew how to meditate. When I really knew how to meditate, fully innocent, doing nothing. That's it. Because I didn't know how to meditate, so I don't know what to do. So I just sit and do nothing. When I knew meditation. Then after I started to know meditation and I started to go away from this path. Doing all kinds of techniques and involve myself in doing mode, which was not at all the case. I had to go through. I went through hundreds of techniques, practicing it, seeing it this way, that. But that was the original meditation, which I used to do when I had no idea what is meditation. That time, but I rejected all. I said, I don't know meditation. So this all experiences, I don't need to keep. I have to first find a guru, then meditate, then I will know the truth. I don't have a guru. I don't know how to meditate. I don't follow it. So how can I say that? It's a truth thing, logical thinking of the mind. So at that time, rational mind was developing, and it was developing in such a way that I rejected all my experiences. Later on, when I started to learn, I said, no, it was all true. It was all true experience, because I didn't read any explanation. It took me a long time to find books after 20, 30 years to give me this hints that what experience I have been through. So it's a mystical world. Very risky. Very risky. No? Can be mistaken. Very risky. We have a choice to read any book. It's AAKASHIK. Or you can say we have a choice to live in a certain kind of library or in a library room. It's our choice. Yoke, at the time of death, yes, there is a chance. When a person starts to see his death clear, I'm dying in this day, I will be dead, then his mind is fully different. It's not the same mind. Now it's just an idea. Nobody knows when I will die. Particularly, no 100% guarantee. But if exactly knowing, yes, then we can prepare for it. The mind can be ready for it. And then we can teach them. They will be fully open to death, so easily to connect. Intention can be pure. That was my idea. Yoking, Akashic records, not saying, not taking what is truth, what is false, but I have a choice. Choice of your life, choice of visiting a country, that kind of experience you will have after death. And that will guide you to the same, the next, any life it begins. I have just glimpses. When I meditate, then I get a glimpse for 1 second, but this is too much to like focusing on beyond how to focus. There is no way to focus there, no? Like, but it can give a direction to the mind with an idea of thought, with going to the last point of experience, and can have some glimpse for 1 second, 2 seconds. But not good, no? Not good. They say, no, relax. Let your time come. Then you will receive the knowledge. But sometimes I become agitated, no? What is this? Reading Gita, I don't understand it. After a limit, there's a limit. After that, you don't understand. And then idea comes. I want to know. There is readiness should be to digest that knowledge. So I'm waiting when my time will come. when my time will come. Only 11:20. I have a class in the ashram. I have to run. Sorry. I didn't. No, you did not tell me before. Yeah.
Okay.
So see you next Saturday. Pavel, is it possible we Sunday, except Sunday, we can change the date some other?
Okay, I will write you.
No, but I can manage tomorrow. After that, we will see.
Okay, that's
This Sunday we meet because then it's somehow Sunday, the Saturday is there. But this Sunday we meet and then we can fix like Friday or